Hi, it's Big Papa Grump going solo today for the preview of the 2018 edition of the Royal Rumble. So as of when I'm recording this, there's only 6 matches. So, of course, with 2 Royal Rumble matches, that kind of makes a little bit of sense. So, not sure who's on the pre-show, who's not on the pre-show, if there's going to be a match on the pre-show, if none of the matches they've announced are going to be on the pre-show, and they're going to show like Mojo Rawley or something against Zack Ryder for the 18th time. Who knows? I'm going to start with the SmackDown Live Tag Team Championship match between the champs, the Usos, and the whatever they're calling themselves, team of Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin. I've been, most of the world have been calling them American Beta. So, yeah, I was originally going to just pick the Usos. But part of me thinks that the DUI thing might factor in and Vince may punish him a little bit. So, I changed my pick to American Beta. Plus, I legit, even without the Uso legal trouble, it could still go to them. Just to kind of trade it. I know the Usos just won it recently, but you've also got the whole controversy between American Beta winning it and then not winning it, and the things being overturned and all that. And part of me thinks they're going to put the belts on American Beta. Part of me thinks that they're just going to keep the belts on the Usos for the time being, because why not? But I've been bored with the Usos, even with their new gimmick, for a little while, so I'd like to see a title change too. So I'm going with American Beta. Up next is a Raw Tag Team Championship match between the champs, Seth Rollins and Jason Jordan, going up against The Bar, Sheamus and Cesaro. I'm going with... I'm going to go with The Bar. I know I'm predicting 2 title changes already, but they're probably building towards a match between Jason Jordan and Seth Rollins in the at WrestleMania, so... taking the belts off them would make sense. Then having some shenanigans in the Rumble would make sense. And plus, I just like the belts on the Bar better. Plus, I think the better feud, if you're going to give the Balor Club a push, then you're going to have to give Gallows and Anderson a push. I know they got the rub on Raw 25 against the Revival, but that may just be one step. So I'm going to go with the Bar. Plus, it's Sheamus and Cesaro. They're pretty much the most fun thing in that entire division right now anyways. Getting to the WWE World Championship match between AJ Styles and he's really trying to get Cammy over. It's not working for me, but Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn in a handicap match. I still think AJ retains because part of me really wants them to be building towards AJ Shinsuke at WrestleMania. So, and plus I don't think it makes a lot of sense to have this whole co-champion thing, and just kind of rubs me the wrong way. So I'm going with AJ on this one. Getting to the Universal Championship match, triple threat between the champ Brock Lesnar, Braun Strowman, and Kane. They are not putting the belt on Kane. There's no universe where Kane becomes Universal Champion, he says now. God, I hope not. And the rumors have been swirling. I'm going to give credit to Wrestle Talk TV because the video that I saw was theirs, where there's a rumor out there that it's going to be The Miz and Braun Strowman for the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania, which wouldn't be a bad thing, especially considering, you got to give Braun something to do, especially if you're building towards Brock Roman at WrestleMania, if that plan is still on. So I'm going with Brock Lesnar to retain. Now we get to the fun stuff. So we have the 2 Rumble matches left to go over, and I'm going to start with the women, ladies first, plus it'll probably be earlier in the show than the men's. So the way on the board we were picking stuff is we're picking 3, and if any of your 3 picks make the final 4, you get a point. If any of your 3 picks win, you get a second point. So winner's worth 2, final 4 is worth 1. And in the past, we've done Dark Horse and we've done surprise entries, and the surprise entry ones tends to be a little bit more fun. Now, you'll see on some of our picks at the end of the video, some of them don't seem like surprises, but not everybody's been confirmed. So, and that's for a reason. So, as far as I'm concerned, if they haven't been confirmed, Like, Molly Holly's off the table because it came out. She's going to be in the Rumble. I don't know where it came out, but that's going around. So, and nobody picked Molly Holly anyways. But some of them haven't been. Like, you kind of get a feeling Kelly's probably going to be in it. You're thinking Beth Phoenix might be in it. The Ronda Rousey thing, no matter how much she's saying she's in Columbia filming, could still be a thing. We've had red herrings. She could be trying to pull a Jericho or a Dwayne, where it's like, I'm not going to be there, and then all of a sudden they're there. So that's where we're going with that. So you get 1 point if your surprise entrant shows up, and you get a second point if they win. So I was originally going to make it worth more if your surprise entry wins, but nah, screw it. Keep the math simple. So, my picks for the Women's Rumble match, now that I'm done rambling. I'm looking Asuka, Nia Jax, and Becky Lynch are my 3 main picks, and Peyton Royce is my surprise entrant, because as far as I know, none of the NXT people have been confirmed, so there you go. But I figure half of the NXT roster is going to be there, but mine's a little bit more strategic because I'm hoping Peyton Royce makes it to the Final Four and I get, like, yay. So, yeah. I mean, I don't get a point for that, but I'm just hoping. Same thing with Becky Lynch. I really think it's going to be either Asuka or Nia Jax to actually win the thing. But if anybody from the SmackDown side is going to win, it's got to be Becky Lynch, because no one else it makes sense. Carmella's got the Money in the Bank, so she really doesn't need the Rumble win. Naomi has just become as dull as you can get. Don't even get me started on Tamina and Lana. So, and I don't think any of Whoopi Wyatt's club are really going to factor into be. Do you really want to see Charlotte versus Ruby Riott at WrestleMania now? So, or either the other two? No, it's too early for them. So if it's going to be anybody from the SmackDown roster, it's got to be Becky Lynch. Which brings me to the Men's Rumble. This one was actually a little bit, the logic in this one was a little weird, because you've got so many, internet rumors going out there that, it's going to be Roman Reigns. It's going to, they're going to give Balor a push. Kenny Omega is showing up. So, a whole lot of that. There's some bouncing with some of it. You've got rumors of who's going to show up. You've got rumors who it could be, Shinsuke and all that. So, I picked Roman. I'll explain in a second. So I got Roman, Shinsuke, Balor, and my surprise entry is Ethan Carter. So there you go, because he's been at the training center. Why not? With EC3, I'll get that out of the way. It's part wishful thinking, because who knows, they may not, they may decide to hold him back and have him focus on NXT. They may just turn him around and throw him to the main roster. Who knows? I was thinking a couple of the NXT guys as surprise entrants, like I know Junior had mentioned Roddy. So, but I don't really. I'm not as hyped up for Roderick Strong showing up. There was a possibility that Ricochet, because the Wife of Doom her pick was Ricochet. So, and that would be great. Just to have him show up. Even if he goes to NXT or 205, having him make his debut in the Rumble would be awesome. And the same thing goes with EC3. I'm not worried about anybody from New Japan showing up. Really not. I'm also not 100% sold that Jericho's going to make it back and forth with, flying around and jet lag and all that stuff to make the Rumble. He could. I would not be a bit surprised if Jericho shows up. But part of me thinks that him showing up on Raw 25 was his token, hey, I'm still around appearance. Shinsuke is the one to me that makes the most sense coming out of SmackDown, because I want to see Shinsuke AJ at WrestleMania, because that match hopefully would be phenomenal. Roman, I know they got the Elimination Chamber coming up, and you could have and Brock's isn't advertised for that show, so you could have a number 1 contenders match in the Elimination Chamber, and you could have Roman win. But if they decide not to go that way, then this is a easy way to build that. And Balor is just marking out on Balor and him getting a bit of a rub from Triple H. I really don't think it's going to be Balor, Lesnar at WrestleMania, because even if they're going to give Balor a push, this isn't going to be it. It's going to be after this. So there's my thinking on that. All right, those were my picks for the Royal Rumble. This one's been a little tougher to pick because you had more focused storylines going into last year's Rumble, and I know we didn't do a video for it, but we pretty much unanimously picked Orton last year. Like, it was down the board, like everybody had Orton, because word kind of leaked that it was that Orton feuding, and there was leakage that just sounds gross, that it was going to be Orton going in. We all just pretty much one of their picks was Orton for the most part. This year it's a little weird. Like, pretty much most people are picking Shinsuke or Roman, and Roman, like, today I think became the Vegas odds favorite, although it's not official till tomorrow. Really don't want to see it. Nothing against Roman. I'm not a Roman hater, but I'd rather it go to, I know it would be 2 years in a row for SmackDown, but I'd rather it go to Shinsuke coming out of SmackDown than Roman coming out of Raw, just because you could build the Roman thing later. And plus, you've got Undertaker as a wild card, so who knows what's going to happen there. I'm still holding out hope that they actually go forward with the Cena Taker program, just because let's get it out of the way. Okay, nobody likes Cena anymore, and we all hope that the Undertaker was done, but you know what? Let's just get Cena versus Taker out of the way, so that's one less thing that's the one fantasy match that we can move on from. So I've been Big Papa Grump. You guys have been very loyal, faithful viewers, all 16 of you. I've got a solo channel that I know I've plugged before that I'm actually going to be launching in the next couple of weeks. It's going to be video games, movies, TV stuff. I'm just basically going to do list videos and the occasional review. So there's that. Look forward to that, or don't. That's fine. If you're just tired of seeing this right here, that's cool. Wife of Doom is as well. Big Shez, member of the Board of Doom, has a music career under Repeat Offenders and his handle Super Lyrical, or just SL. He just released some solo stuff. I'm going to put a little plug at the end with some music on it. And it's throwback hip-hop. So there you go. I've got everything in their collection. And I know it's weird because I don't listen to hip-hop, but it's I've known this dude since 2nd grade. So there you go. So I've been Big Papa Grump. You've been awesome, and I'll catch you next time.
I'm so grateful. You raised me right, I'm so grateful. Unconditional.